his most played hero, most successful hero. So if they're ever going to win a game, it's going to come out of this one. So let's get into it. Specialist on specialist, early smokes as we expect. I also just like the fact that they have many more options to fight directly into GG this time around.
But I mean, I feel like if Skylark is going to be off to a good start, which he probably should be, as we have the Smokey on Smoke. Hello.
Smokey on Smoke action. It might go the way here of Gaimin. Tofu getting away from the fissure. Everyone just breaking the smoke. But they managed to plop down the Observer Ward. It hasn't been dewarded just yet, as GG will not be able to get themselves onto the high ground. So good stuff from ManaspA to just defend their area.
Yeah, just kind of holding their stuff. So it looks like, yeah, Gaimin did not get to drop any wards out in the Radiant side. I mean, they already dropped there too, but still, you know, ManaspA just holding their ground. You do have Morph level 1, so your level 1 and Bounty Room contesting isn't too strong. We'll have to see if Gaimin want to take advantage of that.
Gaimin are just posturing around these bounties right now. The small little skirmishing is still going on. Last time around, the trade was just a regular 2-2. We'll see if Gaimin allow that to happen. Wish using the best taunts in the entire game right now on his Zeus. And hey, Diraicho able to outclick Skylark. So Gaimin Gladiators looks like they're going to get themselves a 3-1. All right, it's a foot race now, Kezu.
2 for 2.
Let's go, let's go.
No time walk.
Oh, no
Skylark's
time
got
walk.
this one.
Yeah. Man, 5 movement speed, it makes the difference.
But at least they get to trade because, I mean, they should be happy trading bounties because you have a Shaker who's fissure blocking the top lane, and you have a Morph who's pretty much not a hero. Like, he's dead weight. He has some auto attack damage, that's it. So, splitting runes, you know, nice job from ManaspA there.
And this Morphling, the dead weight hero, he's going to be laning down bottom up against the Centaur and the Rubik. We've seen that this particular lane duo can be very, very strong, but the mid lane, this is where it really is all going to come down to. Wisp Zeus on this Quinn Batrider matchup. This should probably bake in the direction of the Batrider, but Wisp should be fine here, right?
Yeah, it's like a very farm-heavy matchup. You do, sure, you pressure the Zeus a little bit, but he can always jump away, so unless there's a misplay from Wish, he should be fine. He also can always push out the wave on you so that, you know, it's hard for you to really go on him. So until like level 5, 6, I don't really think too much should happen here. And if you have a good early lane with Zeus, you know, you always have the ulti to then help out your team later on. So, yeah, should be a pretty good matchup for both heroes.
Yep. And then finally, the last lane that we haven't really taken a look at is the top side of the map. Last time around, we saw Diraicho get to have a very free lane. Him and Celery were kind of bullying Skylark and the boys, but this time around, he's playing Faceless Void. Beastmaster is normally the one that does the bullying. So good luck, Diraicho. Have fun. You're not going to be enjoying at least the first 4 levels of this lane.
Yeah, like once Skylark gets level 3, 4, and then especially 5, having this double bore against the Void is going to be very annoying. This constant slow. And then also there's a pause 5 on dying. Like once Skylark gets through the early 2 minutes, he's going to be very happy in this lane.
Just going to be chilling. Nande will not, I doubt he's going to have the same efficacy in this lane as he did with the Drow Ranger. 3 early kills. That's definitely not going to happen.
Definitely not, as Spartan is already in a bit of trouble down bottom.
Yep, he's being gone on right now. They're looking for the first blood, and they should be able to find it as Tofu and Ace get the grab there. Nothing that Nande can really do about this. There's no slows that you can leverage, no burst damage that you can threaten with. You just have to watch it happen.
Yeah, that's so the one thing I was mentioning earlier is that there's just a couple dual lanes or a couple lanes when you just see them, you need to kind of hate them. Like if you're Spartan in this lane, you hate the fact that you have a Morphling because he's just gonna watch you die. And if you're a Morph, okay, you get the cookie combo for once, but you don't really have this follow-up damage where they lane really well together. You don't have that, so good job by Gaimin to kind of abuse this, and that is just how Centaur wants to lane. It's such a good laner with Rubik, fail-proof, gonna have his Ring of Health, so he's super happy.
Already Gaimin Gladiators off to a very hot start here. Things looking decent on the side lanes, especially down bottom it's great. Mid is just more or less drawing even. Top lane, Diraicho is doing fairly well as well as Skylark. He has been able to do his stuff for the first few levels, but I haven't necessarily seen him get to the super dangerous part of this lane just yet. So far, Gaimin Gladiators much happier with the start than they would have been in game number 1.
Yeah, I just feel like this bottom lane could really get out of control later. With this early start on Centaur, has his Ring of Health, he's going to work it to the Vanguard. So I don't really see him ever dying. Like if you also think about Zeus, Zeus wants his side lanes to put people to low HP. Morphling Snap aren't really going to do that to Centaur. And Zeus doesn't really gank Centaur that nicely either. Later you have some Stampede. So yeah, I'm having my eyes on Ace for him to have a really good early and mid game.
One thing that makes it even more frustrating is eventually once Quinn starts rotating on his Batrider, you can't really respond in the same fashion as the Zeus, right? You're not like some Pango or some Tiny, you show up and you just turn the fight around. Sort of a damage machine, so Wish will have to be very, very circumspect about where he goes on the map.
I think they have the level 3 on Skylark with the double bore, so he's going to be good to go. There's some water rune stuff going on, and I think later Desire could look for a little play on mid, maybe around the time where Wish gets 6, so Spartan does drop.
Well, he made the sacrifice, fam. It's fine. He's like, I'm going to sacrifice myself in the river so that Nande can at least get some degree of...
Yo, Nande, you have any items to drop, bro? You have Tango? Maybe Glove of Haste? Let's go.
That's just how it is. Let's see. Did he come back with something? Did he do it? Did he do it?
No, only his own item.
Aww.
Oh,
disappointing. But he actually goes in with the Snapfire cookie onto Tofu. There is no waveform available from Nande. And Ace will bail Tofu out of trouble with the Hoof Stomp. Alright, good stuff happening down bottom for the side of Gaimin Gladiators. And now they're forcing this Morphling to farm on the tower. Not necessarily the place you want to be early on, but what can you do? This is just, like you said, you hate this lane for a reason.
Yep, I mean, this is just going to be life. It is a good Morph game later on, but one of the few things I could see for Gaimin that can really snowball is that we already touched on it. Ace has a very good start. Tofu, he can rotate to mid very soon. Quinn is going to start to get closer to level 6. There's also the beautiful 6-minute mark where active runes are just ever too important. And if Tofu leaves Ace, who cares?
Yep. We're going to have a replay of exactly what ended up happening to our Intrepid Snapfire.
It's just a nice move by Ace. He's like pulling the wave and he sees that Spartan is going for the rune. He doesn't really lose anything because he's already holding the wave. So it's just like, okay, let me collect my free kill and then walk the wave back to the actual lane.
I do have one major complaint though about the Centaur. He has a Ring of Health, he's building Vanguard, but he's not building Meme Hammer.
I stopped listening to the panel when they talked about Meme Hammer for, how long was it? 30, 40, 50 seconds?
40 seconds. You see these odds from esportsbet.io coming in, and after game number 1, they're even further in favor of the side of Gaimin Gladiators. I think that's a little bit disrespectful how far it is, because based on what we saw, ManaspA certainly in with a shout still, especially if they can get this early game going for themselves.
A little bit, even though I don't fault it too much. The Bat and Centaur are off to a very good start, and yeah, I'm just it's gonna start feeling a little hard for them to deal with that as Arcane Rune spawns in the mid lane. Quinn is gonna give himself that. Very happy.
Yep. He just picked that up on top lane. They're trying to actually make a play onto Skylark here. They know that he's all alone right now since Desire had to leave him. Will they have enough damage to kill him? It doesn't seem so. But Celery's still happy with this. Yeah, he had to drop the tombstone, but you zone Skylark back a bit. You force him not to be able to play the lane until the Snapfire does come back. And even when the Snapfire does come back, you don't expect him to be able to do anything.
I mean, any timings you can do to like stop Beast from having 2 boars at the same time, like they pretty much had killed his new boar at the time, is just very big for them. And also right now, Wish, he would love if any of the Gaimin heroes would fall to low HP, since he already has his ult, but I don't really see that happening. You have very low damage supports on your 4-5. You still have Morphling, who's not going to deal a lot of damage, so he might just be sitting on this ult for a little bit unless he forces something himself.
Seeing some of the forcing people, Deracho's going to try to chase down Desire, see if he can force him into a death situation, but just happy to eat away slowly but surely at his HP pool. But overall, Gaimin Gladiators just happy to sit back and farm. Ace is also about to crack level 6, so we'll have access to the Stampede as well. So many playmaking opportunities for them, and he'll get there a little bit faster right now if he's able to kill Spartan, and indeed he does. So some bonus experience into the back pocket of the Centaur.
Yeah, I mean, for now it's like a lot about this laning, but for Gaimin Gladiators soon, once again, Quinn still has this Arcane Rune. There's going to be an 8-minute active rune. He's 300 gold from Boots of Travel, and they have the Stampede ready. So they're really good to go, whereas for ManaspA, as Desire...
Yeah, but Desire is definitely going to be dead here. Got off the fissure. Very bold movement to come up this hill here, because Skylark actually had vision that both of these heroes were in the area, but he tried to get them low, because here's Wish making his first rotation.
There we go.
You normally expect the Batrider to be the one to move on the map first, but Wish showing that he has the aptitude to realize exactly where to be at the right time to get the kill onto Deracho of all people. That's probably the most critical kill they could have gotten right now.
That's just a very nice job. Like, he realizes and understands that, okay, you guys cannot set it up for me. It's not that they don't want to, they legitimately can't. He goes top, TP's there, gets Deracho killed while the Time Walk is still on cooldown. Quinn pops his Arcane Rune, gets himself a DD Rune, doesn't really matter. But now Boots of Travel are online, so the map is going to start to feel a lot harder to play for Monaspa very soon.
He's so farmed. It's kind of ridiculous. Just going to be farming some stacks right now. Top lane, Celery. He just taking up the space. He probably knows that the next movement that comes in that fashion is going to make this lane very unsafe to play. While this is happening though, look what's going on the other side of the map. Monaspa seems to be aware that Quinn should be farming the triangle right now, or they want to threaten Ace as they smoke up on 2. We saw this smoking, ganking duo last game with Wish and Desire. This time around it's Spartan that's taking the responsibility, and they will find Ace. Nande steals away the Centaur form. Alright, that's a nice initiation. Waveform into the Hoof Stomp. Wish finishes him off. And already we see that the counterplay from GG is there. Quinn has rotated to the top lane on his Batrider, but they are prepared for this move on Manaspa, and they're not going to give him the luxury of using this DD rune to get a kill.
Those are some really nice map movements by Monaspa. So you have the top pressure from Beast and Shaker. Also, the reason this move didn't work is that Skylark had a very nice Hawk. It's not the one that is out there right now, but the prior one was exactly there. They saw the TP, they back off. They smoke Wish to bottom, so they're pressuring top. They don't die in the lane to the Batrider gank, and in the meantime they smoke bottom and kill Ace. Very, very nice job by them.
Playing really, really well on the map. Dyraicho gonna try to force a move here because the Quinn is coming back on this Batrider. The Firefly is online. Will anybody come to assist him here? The Primal Roar goes out onto Dyraicho. Skylark knows that he's definitely dead to rights and will not be able to assist in getting anything else going. So a little bit of a... They had to have known that move was coming back. Quinn was missing off the map for quite some time, but he manages to find the space, and they come back to find the kill onto Skylark.
Yeah, it just makes it a bit harder to play now because Beast gonna be very, low movement speed hero. You don't like to buy boots at early on. Quinn has the boots of travel, so even though you want to pressure the tower, there's a Stampede. Can't reach though.
Whew, that was close. That was so close.
Stolen Fissure though on Tofu for now, so that's, even though it's only level 1, very annoying to play against.
Actually, funnily enough, did the Fissure maybe keep Quinn away from finding that vessel?
Yeah, he couldn't quite get there. Fissure just barely blocked him off. But now they're just gonna smoke up, and yeah, they want to shut down the Skylark Beastmaster.
Certainly is the right call to make given how good he is on this hero. Skylark doesn't know that this is coming, so he's gonna get exploited. Dyraicho makes the initial jump, gets him with the time dilation. Skylark not tanky enough to survive through all this magical damage. And oh my goodness, Spartan came in, but got immediately fissured. Fissure really, really good on Rubik with no bonus points. And now they're going to get another bonus kill because they dropped the Chronosphere onto Wish. He's completely surrounded by 4 heroes, and there's nothing he can do about this. Gaimin Gladiators. They come for 1, they get 3. That's the best deal in the world.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal. I will take that all the time. Get some double donations going on. Quinn with some fancy footwork, good flame break to get the Centaur and the Beastmaster split, so he doesn't really get stopped. And now Manaspa, they feel like they're gonna smoke out of base since they both respawn without TPs. But yeah, 3k gold lead now. That escalated pretty quickly.
Yep. And then like you've been mentioning, the fact that they don't necessarily have their massive counterplay options themselves. Gaimin Gladiators can just keep making these moves. On the bright side though, they did have to pop the Chronosphere for all of this. On the downside, it's also a tier 1 tower that they ended up gaining. This does not feel good, kids. When you're the one as Beastmaster that loses your tower first at 12 minutes?
Yeah, that's that ain't good. Right now, the problem is that you didn't do too well in your lanes, and both your supports are underleveled. They need to give Spartan, I don't know if they use, I mean, I'm pretty sure they use the Tome. It's minute 12, but they're both level 5. They need Spartan to get 6 in order to actually get kills. Otherwise, you have Roar into what? Roar, sure, then Wish needs to be in every play. So, and Spartan ain't getting any of that XP.
Well, he's gonna be having to get XP the old-fashioned way. Gonna have to start in the fountain. Probably wishes that it ticked up in the same way that the gold did. These kills just feel so easy for Gaimin Gladiators right now.
Yeah, you know why? Because it is very easy. There's nothing Monaspa can do right now on the map. Sure, you have this one very tailored way of, I have Beastmaster and I want to go hit the top tower, but we've touched on it before. Nande, he can't really join in any of these plays. Wish, they don't have enough damage, like even if he goes to plays. They need Spartan to get level 6. For now, they're going to smoke up. I'm telling you now, as a Beast player, I don't want to smoke at minute 12:30 into my own side without boots.
There's also a smoke on the top side of the map though, as they found Desire. 3 heroes will surround him. They're like, oh, you're trying to soak up experience in the lane? Nah, fam. Both you and Spartan are going to be in the same boat. No level 6 allowed for you. Unless they go on to Ace here. They could try make the same play as they did earlier. Waveform with the Hoof Stomp, and indeed that is the case. They had the chain disable with the Fire Snap Quickie. And they should be able to bring him down. Takes 4 heroes, but at this stage, you will take what you can get.
Yeah, I mean, kill is a kill, and now they can at least hit the bottom tower a little bit. Tofu is here. Stolen Cookie, Lens, he's pretty happy, as Quinn is stealing some juicy double stacks. Just some more gold, you know, all good.
This has happened. They're actually going to get the counter kill onto him. Wish shows up. Desire found a wonderful fissure from downtown. And Nande and Wish end up getting the cleanup. This feels like deja vu. We've seen this movie before where Gaimin Gladiators start out really hot and ManaspA make one key move that feels like it breaks the game. Not necessarily completely back in their favor, but makes things playable again. As Nande can now play the top area. Wish will just go back to farming mid. And Skylark can just swap sides on the map. Doesn't want to be in the top lane anymore.
I mean, that just worked out really well with the high ground ward, and even though, you know, the smoke feels awkward, it definitely worked out for them. He goes bottom. You know, he helps a little bit with the center kill. Then they take the tower. Now Nande gets to rotate out, goes into the triangle. He's like, oh, nice. You steal my ancients, but I'll at least get a double kill.
Yep. Wish now still very high up there in net worth. Nande also doing the same. It's going to be a while before this Morphling is a real presence on the map, though, so can ignore him for a while. The problem is that Quinn is really high up there, almost has full access to the BKB. Then at that point, I really don't know how they kill him, at least at this stage of the game. And speaking of Quinn, going to come across Skylark in the triangle. They're going to make a decision as to whether or not they want to go for him. I think Skylark just wants to prevent further stacking, wants to prevent easy farm here.
Hope they see each other.
Let's all see each other. Everyone's chilling, except for Wish. Wish wants to try to get some kills, but the rest of Gaimin Gladiators, they have Stampede online for Ace, so they shouldn't really die here. Unless, oh, nice! The Satsuo Tormentor gets Fire Snap Cookie into Tofu. That's going to end up being the doom of this Rubik. Tofu making him work for it a little bit. He is slightly over-leveled at this stage of the game. Damn, that's some hate for Tofu. What did he do to you guys?
They really wanted him that drop an Echo and the Thunder God's Wrath on him. Okay. I mean, Wish is definitely enjoying life. You know, he has a Kaya Sanj, Arcane Boots, now finishing up his Shard. Yeah, they're doing pretty well. Ace's item build, so he went for Vanguard into Pipe. I don't know how much I personally like the Pipe, because it's better when you go for these 5-on-5s, but I feel like with their draft right now, Bad Rider, Void, it's more like these, you know, pick-off centric. So I want to see, like, do they want to go together and force something with the Pipe, or like, what's the deal as Spartan? Kill the room!
Does he get it? Hey, nice.
Worth it.
Oh wait, what? Is he actually gonna live from this? No way. No way.
Quinn knows. Cool kids don't look at explosions, bro.
If only there's a universe where he manages to get it, but we'll talk about it in a second. As they found Skylark here with the lasso, they drag him back, and Skylark got a little bit exploited there. Kind of surprising that he didn't immediately back off, but he didn't know that they had this high ground wall to scout him, and they smoke immediately. They don't want to stop the rolling train. They want to try and find more.
Yeah, 2 dead. You have the BKB. I mean, Spartan's respawning since he's a pretty low level, being level 6. All right, TPing mid.
Let's see, will they be able to bring him down again? They don't have vision just yet. Planting Observer, so they see that Diraicho is farming right in front of them. And they're actually going on to Diraicho. Diraicho! Fire Snap Cookie into some Zeus spells, and this Morty's Kisses end up bringing him down. But unfortunately, that reveals the position of the Zeus. So he's just going to get ran on by Quinn with the BKB. Bad Rider finds immediate revenge. Tombstone will be there. And there's also going to be a fissure to block off access away from Celery, and they get the quick kill. And that was a Morphling Tombstone stolen away from the Undying. Nande has just been playing, he's basically playing Rubik as well in this game. What a guy.
I mean, he's having a good time, hitting some creeps, joining some plays, turning into some heroes, killing them. And it happens every time. People underestimate SSA Spartan. This guy is just feeding. Nope, he TP's mid, cookies the creep, and they take down the Rachi. So a bit of an overplay there for, you know, for him. He was probably just trying to set up his team like, I'm going to show myself, you can go around. But, you know, Monaspa quick on the punish.
Yeah. They now get rewarded with a tier 1 tower in this mid lane. So despite losing out very early on the tier 1 top, they get the first tower in the mid, which is certainly much more important, especially when you're playing on Radiant side. You want some access to this Roshan pit. So what's the play here from this point onwards? They know that they're a little bit behind in gold, and they probably know that Gaimin Gladiators, as soon as Stampede is back on, they're going to try and come for another fight. Where should you ward to try and avoid this?
I think if you're ManaspA, you want to make sure that you have vision around the mid and top area, because if GG ever make, let's say, a move and they use Chrono, or maybe Quinn dies after using BKB or Lasso, if you're Monaspa, you can force Roche pretty fast. You have a high-level Morph, he has Manta, he has Falcon Blade, you have Beast Aura as well with the Helm of Overlord. So the next couple minutes, both teams need to be very, very aware of the Roshan capabilities of each other.
They might actually wait for these Morty's Kisses because Desire just picked up a Blink Dagger on his Earthshaker. And if they can get Morty's Kisses in tandem with the initiation of Earthshaker, there's a lot of damage that comes very, very quickly.
I mean, suddenly they got through this entire stage of the game where their supports weren't really that useful. But now Snap has some levels, Desire's got his Blink, and Morph net worth, Monka, it's up there now. He's top net worth in the game.
Shout out Nande. Nande, even though their team lost game number 1, has been having an incredibly good series.
Yeah, this guy ain't a loser. He's a winner, even if he loses games.
Tier 1 tower taken in the top lane. Gaimin Gladiators, they've just picked up a Blink Dagger on Central.
They're looking on mid.
Mid lane. They're going to actually jump onto this Rubik. And that should be Tofu's life taken away. Very cute play attempted with the Force Staff. And that's actually really big. Not only did they get the kill, but immediately as the kill happens, Gaimin Gladiators give up on their idea of smoking up.
Yeah,
so this is an opening for Roshan, maybe.
Yeah, any Roshan fans, looks like they are. You have the Shard on Spartan. They already have a good ward in the enemy jungle. They have a Hog, but Desire.
Gonna try and force this fight. Desire, he gets found out here by Ace. There's gonna be Morty's Kisses coming in. They lasso him as well.
Sure, free Roche anyway.
Yeah. Hashtag worth. Can they get it in time? Yes, they can. ManaspA blame themselves a Roshan. Deraicho looking for a multiple hero Chrono. Will only be able to catch out onto 2. They're looking for the damage onto Spot. But he has to be really careful here. Wish is really exploiting him. Ace jumped into the bubble to try and follow up.
Oh, he didn't get the memo.
But didn't get the memo. Everyone was going back. Didn't get the memo that Nande is strong as hell. And as a result, he gets brought down here by ManaspA, who can turn a Roshan kill into a tier 2 tower push potentially.
Rutro, not good. I mean, right now, if you're Gaimin, this is not feeling too good. You also don't have like a... I would say after this fight, you might be in the case of, okay, guys, we need to play the map. Fighting them head-on is pretty hard, but Quinn doesn't have a Blink queued up yet. Maybe he wants to change that a bit. And Deraicho, he's going to have to farm his BKB. If you're him, he's going to be like, guys, I need my BKB before we fight again.
Yeah. Did end up going for the Midas, so angling for a much later timing in this game. But it does mean that right now, ManaspA can play on the forward foot. They almost managed to bring down Celery here. Waveform forward. My god, Nande, relax!
You got him!
Holy smokes! Quinn is gone. Ace does not have access anymore to the Stampede. There's a Primal Roar on top of him. They try to heal him up with the Soul Rip, but it's not going to be good enough. 2 heroes gone. Both of them calls on the side of Gaimin Gladiators. And now the tier 2 will fall as well. In the blink of an eye, kids, with the entire map just feels like a very oppressive place for Gaimin Gladiators because ManaspA is giving no quarter right now.
For sure. 1 minute ago, Morph was same network was bad. Now he's 2.5 up. Hold. Won't kill him quite yet. Just knocking at your tier 3, you know, casually at 21 minutes. Little lift on Spartan.
And they should be able to get the fire snap quickly. Feels like Tofu's only gotten mobility spells in this game. Nande's like 2 can play at that game. Gets fire snap quickly forward. There's going to be the fissure. Rubik is gone.
He just killed Rubik because Tofu had Cookie. So when he turned into Tofu, he could Cookie himself on him and kill him. Yeah. Unless I'm stupid, that's what I just saw.
Top tower
will be granted, I hope, with the replay, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Yeah, because I think Spartan was way out of range. So yeah, just, you know, pretty nice play. Sometimes you feel like you can defend this until one player realizes, what the hell is this guy doing here? I can kill him. You get killed and you're like, oh, actually, I was not allowed to be there.
Yep. And they're not allowed to be in their own triangle right now. Had they have this Observer Ward on Radiant side, Nande protecting the area, daring Quinn to try to come up onto the high ground. And Deraicho, he did just get back access to the Chronosphere, but as you were mentioning when we first saw the draft, damage into the bubble, not necessarily the best. A little bit of a misplay middle as they missed this fire snap quickly, but it doesn't seem like it'll matter. Ooh, Celery.
Lasso.
Barely kept alive, and Nande didn't get off the straight.
Deraicho?
So he gets himself brought down. Deraicho doesn't have TP. He's stuck on the bottom side of the map, but they might still be able to kill Nande. Nande mantas out. Barely able to escape this one. Blink in, Echo Slam on the 2 with the ultimate coming in from the Zeus and the Morty's Kisses brings down both supports. Quinn forced the BKB just to get away from Skylark. And they now might be able to bring down Ace. They're slowing him down. The damage is going to be there. Nande, though, being told by his team, listen.
Please do. Wish is like, please do. Just hit the tower. Stop.
And he's like, okay, fine. I'll do it, bro. I'll do it. And 23 minutes in, there's sieging a lane of racks. If not for the refresh on the siege, they would have lost a straight up lane of racks. And Kezu, all of this is happening for once over TP scroll. I'm getting some Cloud9 flashbacks right now for Dyraicho.
Yeah, my man, he's gotta be farming the BKB. Maybe he wasn't expecting, you know, that... I mean, he kind of has to be greedy to get this BKB, so I don't fault him too much. But if he had it, they definitely would have killed Nande twice there on his respawn. But luckily for Gaimin, they do have the BKB now completed, so this is about as strong as they're gonna get in any of the next minutes. But Nande already has an Ags, Skylark has a Blink, and yeah, this game is getting out of hand.
Yep. It really is getting out of hand. Also not that far away from the Zeus, having access to the Aghanim Scepter. But Gaimin Gladiators now, they do have the BKB on Dyraicho, so a pretty powerful spike.
Yep.
They might try to make something happen after they clear out these camps. Win probability heavily favoring Monaspa right now, but if they can win this next fight, we just got forced off on Ace as well, so this feels like go time. You gotta try and make something happen. There's also a window where they know some of these ultimates are down from Monaspa. We'll see if they try to make something happen off the back of this. But they don't have vision right now, Kezu. It's hard to know exactly where to go at this moment.
Yeah, it doesn't feel too good. I mean, Monaspa's positioning is very nice. It's like around this mid area. It's very hard to attack. Gaimin don't have any aggressive wards, because obviously Monaspa, they have been in the driving seat, and you're playing into Hawks and a Zeus who's dewarding your vision, so this is, it's just not easy at all right now. It's very awkward. They are gonna smoke anyway.
Yeah, but they smoked right underneath the Beastmaster Hawk. It was right on top of them. So Manaspa can just set up, and look where they are right now. They're going on the right side of the tier 1 tower, and they leave Nande there. Like Nande, normally the conventional wisdom, you don't leave your carry, but the carry is morphling, you're not going to be able to kill him before the team can help. I
mean, I would even love someone from Monaspa to like bait around the mid area. If a fight breaks out here, I don't really see how you lose it, but they're going to take it, you know, the safe route. We saw them smoke, let's just chill, not give them a play. I'm okay with that.
They know that Gaimin Gladiators is not just a really good team, but they just recently won a major tournament. And you don't win tournaments like that without making magic from nothing. So give them less than nothing, basically. The smoke will expire now. Spartan goes forward just to try and get the uphill D-ward. Will succeed in at least removing the sentry here.
He's daring them a little bit, just running in. Okay, what you gonna do? The answer is nothing. We're gonna run away from you. Stampede.
Oh, Stampede comes in. Ace gets jumped onto Skylark. Skylark will be able to at least find a primal roar.
Stolen roar.
Quinn, and the stolen roar goes immediately right back onto this Beastmaster. He's gonna end up falling here, the first casualty of this fight. Dyraicho in the meantime finding 2 heroes inside the chrono. One of them is Nande. Desire's gonna try and bail him out. The 3-hero Echo Slam comes in, and they manage to bring down Dyraicho. Nande still alive. Him and Wish are gonna clean up house as 3 have fallen. More will follow. There's going to be the stolen Echo. It does absolutely nothing. They burst down the Ace. They allow the escape at least onto Tofu, but they don't care as they found 4 heroes. The 3 of them that really matter or don't have buyback. Batrider does, but I'm not sure you can prevent this Morphling from coming up the hill without the lasso. This is really starting to look very positive for the side of Manaspa. They also have a flag bearer creep coming in at the same time for this push with the Sea Dragon. Yay, life is good for Nande.
Yeah, I mean, you're giving this one up. So they had like a, Monaspa were overplaying, they had a good chrono, but then I guess the Rachu, before he got his BKB off, he got clipped by the Fissure into Totem. Then Ace also jumped into that, and then there was a follow-up Echo from Desire. We'll see it here again. Because they were overplaying a lot. Like even here, Skylark is too deep. He steals the roar on Tofu with a beautiful chrono now as well. But then what happened after?
Well, what happened is Desire was playing really well. Managed a very nice fissure.
Yeah, there it is.
Like the perfect fissure, perfect timing. Just what are you supposed to do?
He had to BKB that. Ooh, that hurts.
And the best case scenario that both Wish and Nande, outside of the fissure, they'll get to be on the far side, throwing in damage, completely unconcerned.
Yeah.
Now, this game looking so much better for Manaspa. Like early on, we were wondering how we're going to be able to play this, but 28 minutes into the game in Kezu, they've already got a lane of racks.
Yep, they're only up like, what? I mean, it's only 3 as okay. Aggressive roar, Nimbus, right. Dragon, spitting on him, he's dead. See ya.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Just play Dota. Yes, I agree. Very easy. Just play.
You know I'm watching Skylark and
I'm watching Dyraicho.
Dyraicho, is he gonna die here? Yes, he will.
Beautiful play, even with just 2 supports.
We were wondering about the damage outlay of these supports in the laning phase. This is not a problem at this mid-game stage right now. They actually do an insane amount of damage if you can't get off your BKB.
That was really nice. The early snap ult into the Fissure, blink in Totem, cancel the ult at the perfect time to then get the follow cookie stun. Just moments after they killed Batrider bottom, mind you, so just impeccable gameplay.
And neither of them have buyback. Skylark and Nande were already making a push down bottom. So he can be on the high ground with this Black Dragon. Nande forcing them back all by his lonesome, stealing Undying Tombstone again. Desire finding a fissure onto this young Celery Undying. And they will be able to find the kill. In the meantime, Skylark finds the tier 3 tower down bottom. They're looking for their second lane of racks so far. Range racks slowly being whittled down. Nande will clean it up. Nande going back in. They find Quinn once more. He just respawned. And they just bounce him back into the fountain with the Echo Slam.
Ooh, the aggro hit by Nande. I mean, I love how they're playing. They see anyone, they just go. Like, they know they have all this follow-up damage from Zeus, from Nande. Desire has played a very, very stellar game on this Earthshaker as well.
Monaspa showing that, yeah, it might be a team that you accuse them of having limited direction, but if they find an angle, if they find the path, they can certainly make it work with their heroes. And this draft just seems much more synergistic than the previous one. And even though they have like fairly long cooldown on so many heroes, somehow they're constantly able to fight all across the map.
They don't have an answer for this Morphling right now. And to make matters worse, he has a Satanic in 130 gold. They're up 10k gold, Roche is up in 50. It's going to be the next objective. And I fail to see how Gaimin Gladiators are going to take this next fight.
I'm looking at Doraicho as well on this Faceless Void. He has access to a Mjolnir, but the next item he's going for is a Lincoln Sphere, so they're not getting more damage necessarily. They are going to smoke though. They recognize that they don't want to play too passive at this stage of the game. Quinn still doesn't have a Blink Dagger, so it's all going to be on Ace's initiation here. Nande, looking at the Inverse Rune, denies it instead. Had good intuition, and they find Quinn. There's going to be the Roar. Doraicho coming in as well, but the damage onto Quinn is kind of extreme. Doraicho falls into a BKB. There's the Chrono. It catches 2, but it also catches Ace, so he can't necessarily assist his team anymore. Nande, can he get out of here? Yes, he can, so he steals the Time Walk, and now they get the damage back into Doraicho. Doraicho's gone. Desire finds the fissure on the 2, and Nande, no more fear available for this Morphling, as he knows without access to the Void, nothing scares him in the map. Desire locking down the 2 supports. The Ace Batrider, or the Quinn Batrider, just getting chased across the map by the Smallfling. Tofu's gone as well. And Wish just bouncing Ace away from the fight. And honestly, Kezu, not only do I not see how they win a fight, I'm not seeing how they can win this game. If they can't stop the Morphling in the next few minutes, you might be thinking about a GG call at this point.
I mean, that was a near perfect fight. As we're also going to see Celery, like, they tried to do everything in order to kill Nande, and they couldn't. There wasn't even like an Echo Slam to stop it. And now he's going to have an Aegis, and yeah, it didn't work out before. I don't know how it's going to work out in the next one.
Yeah.
Gets a free shard. Never mind, he already has it. He's going to give it to someone else. Yeah, they're living life.
Let's see who can get the shot. So Spartan already has his own one. Wish already has his own one. Desire already has his own one. I guess you have to give it to Skylark, actually.
That's a pretty good shard. For now, he's like, nah, bro, you don't need this. My backpack can use it better. Finally.
All right, so that's an entire team with access to the Agnum shots. Very nice to see.
Yeah, I mean, they're just going to go high ground. Chrono is still down for 50, so now if you're Gaimin, you're going to have to talk about this fight. Are we going to use some buybacks? Are we going to instantly drop spells on Nande when he walks up the high ground? Doesn't look like it, because there's only Tofu and Quinn here, so let's see.
We have to try and make magic happen somehow. They post up with Nande on the high ground. Just chilling, hitting the tier 3 tower. Desire finding an angle onto Quinn, and Quinn actually has to be into a BKB mode just to survive here. Still almost died regardless to these illusions from the Morphlings and the pure right clicks.
I mean, that's a big W already. You're pushing their tier 3. They're forced to use Pipe. They're also forced to use a defensive BKB. Very nicely done so far by ManaspA here.
Desire almost found a 2-hero fissure, got lifted up at the very last moments. Ace will try and punish him right now, but they bail him out of trouble with the Fire Snap Quickie. Doraicho going in with the BKB, but he gets Primal Roared into place, and now Nande is not even hitting him, was hitting the Tombstone first. And Doraicho will be allowed to escape for now, but he's in front of Wish without access to a BKB. Erstwhile Skylark pops his own BKB. There's going to be Doraicho with the Chrono, but he can't stay in the Chrono because the Morty's Kisses are zoning him out of it. Wish might try to chase him down. There's going to be the Nimbus Cloud. Some additional damage with the Arc Lightning. It's going to be good enough to kill him. No buyback available for this Faceless Void. And Skylark on objective duty right now, and he doesn't need to be anymore because GG has been called. And Monaspa show that they have what it takes, not just to push Gaimin Gladiators to the brink, but to get a victory out of them and push us.